Hello there. So today is 21st January. I saw the clock, but there's no date. I just say that I just checked the watch anyways. So it's a different video than I do normally, and I am sounding a bit different. Normally when I'm making a video I sound so excited. Yeah, yes, today. But today I'm gonna be a bit serious. I mean, that's all good if I'm showcasing some exciting stuffs, but from now on, I mean, in this playlist, maybe this is a playlist, I don't know what it's gonna be. This is the first episode. Welcome to this series. Joon Explores, maybe? Let's keep that name. I just thought of the name randomly, and I'm gonna be talking unprepared about events that happened in maybe weekly basis, because I actually thought I would be making these kind of videos because I want to improve talking spontaneously on the spot. So yes, I have not prepared anything and I just hit the record button right away. I'm not doing a screen recording. I am just recording through my phone, and because I want to do this because normally when I make a video I prepare a lot. You guys don't know this, but if I go to my videos folder inside of my computer, for one video I prepare so much. Like I'm gonna show it to you. Let's see if I can show it to you. So here are all of my videos, the screen recordings I do, and I deleted most of them, but what is this? Okay, hello everyone. So my front page change. So this is about me changing something in front page, and I recorded so many. Okay, hello. So I have made some improvements in the front page. Look, and like in every iteration, I don't know if you can see this or not. In every iteration, it goes a little bit to improve. I mean, it goes a little bit better, and then oh my god, Okay, hello everyone. So I have made some improvements. As you can see, I was doing from like here to here. Maybe there are a lot of videos, right? And through all of that, I try to make the perfect video, and that is good in all ways, but that's not speaking spontaneously. That way of making videos, it is gonna make a perfect video, but that's not gonna be I mean, see the way I am going blank right now, the way I'm not being able to complete the sentence. This is why I want to record, just hit the record button and just start speaking, right? I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, that the way that it does make a perfect video, but that's not like that's overly prepared. If somewhere I want to, like, I am being told to speak about something, I won't be able to do that, right? So that's why I want to record this freestyle video. And also one of the reasons I am doing this today is because today was the TEDx day. Today was TEDx, and it was an amazing experience today because it actually was pretty amazing than I thought. Okay, I'm actually recording this video also because I don't want to forget what I learned today. I mean, I want to keep a record of all of the speech, like, because I know I'm gonna forget all of these, and I don't want to forget this. So even if I forget it someday, I will be able to reference to this video and watch it again so that I'll get pumped again. Like, literally, I felt that I was being pumped with all the motivation dose, with all the speech. Oh my god. And I am gonna explain it right now. So I'm gonna go to Instagram, to TEDx page, just to get the list of the speakers, because I may not remember the names of everything. There's name and photo of the speakers. So how do I download this image? Just a minute. So Instagram does not let me download this. Just a minute. So I need to use the inspect element hack, I guess. Can I show it to you? So there's this picture over here, and there's a list of speakers. I want to download this image. There's no clear way how to download this. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm not gonna waste so much time on this. I just want to get into the main topic of the video, which is summarizing today's TEDx event. So, actually, I'm getting back to my original tone. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. I hope it works. So, yeah, I got a screenshot of the picture and it looks good. So first we have Achal Kaur. Actually, this is not according to the order of today's speech. But anyways, I'm gonna go through this order, what I see over here. So first is Achal Kaur. She gave the speech. I don't remember in which order. But she was not the first one to give the speech. She gave, I don't remember when she gave, before lunch or after lunch. But anyways, she is the marketing director of Daraz. I really hope that this video does not get interrupted or something happens in this video and fails. Okay, I really want this video to, because this is the first video I'm recording and I want this to be the last video I record. I don't want to do any retakes this time. You saw how much retakes I did for that single video that I showed you earlier. So Achal Kaur, talking about her. She's the marketing director of Daraz. Just wait a minute. I'm just preparing something because I don't want to miss some points, or I need to memorize what happened because I'm not prepared. Okay, I'm not prepared to tell any of this. So she's the marketing head of Daraz. She studied in St. Xavier's College. She studied ISC in St. Xavier's College, Maitighar. So it was back then. And then oh my god, wait a minute. I have my notes in my phone, but, oh my god. Because, wait a minute. Just a minute. I had note down some things on my phone. I cannot use my phone because I'm recording right now. Just a minute, I'm gonna get the picture. See, this happens when I am recording and then I always cut the recording, start from the beginning. I don't want to do that right now, and I don't want to make this video long as well. It's already, how much is that? I can't see properly. 8 minutes, maybe. So I am so sorry, but oh yes, she talked about Anitya, she talked about Vipassana, she talked about how nothing is permanent in this world, and I am so sorry, but I don't remember much of her speech. I am so sorry. But it was amazing. You know why I don't remember her speech much is because I was so on to her accent. Her presentation was so smooth that, oh my god, I was just appreciating her presentation the whole time. She talked about her journey. She studied here, she went to US, and then she had, okay, what happened was she was a good student in her school, and then when she joined ISC in St. Xavier's College, ISC just means +2. It's currently is renamed to +2, anyways, it's equivalent to +2 right now. And when she did that, because she was such an excellent student from 1 to 10, she joined in St. Xavier's College. She joined science stream, and then she failed in so many subjects in the board exam. And she used to think that she knows that she failed because she did not study, but she does not know that why she did not study. And she said after that she went to US, and she, like, the system, she was first just doing physics, maths stuff, and then after she went to US, she really liked the education system of the US because there she was made to explore. I mean, she had opportunity to explore lots of different fields. So she started exploring economics, she started exploring finance, and then she came to realize that she is more interested on those subjects because the stereotypical view, the ones who are really talented, they should go in the science stream. Like in Nepal, it's that kind of stereotype, and in US, you are made to like explore all the topics. And she also said nothing is permanent, right? Anitya, she talked about Vipassana. Vipassana is very close to me, and that's why I was like, okay, I get stuck in these sentences. The vocabulary, I need to improve my vocabulary. Is like that touched me. I mean to say, right? The way she talked about Vipassana, because I have also gone to 10-day Vipassana meditation. I mean, it's like being able to tolerate. Like what you do is you try to first there's like Anapana stage of 10-day Vipassana. You try to sense the incoming air, the outgoing air, and you forget everything. Just focus on this part, right? You don't forcefully inhale and exhale like no, we don't do that in meditation. Like when we tell somebody to meditate, they start. No, that's not how you do it. You just make it a normal airflow, right? Because normally when we breathe, we don't make noise. So the same way, normally we breathe, we try to sense this part, the lower part of the nose and the upper part of the lip, and we try to sense the cold air coming out of the nose. I mean, the hot air maybe, or cold air, anyways. And that's the Vipassana part. And after we are able to sense it properly, we go to Vipassana, where we try to sense everything going from top of the head to face, each part of the face. We try to sense like any vibrations going on. We try to sense each and everything going on. What's going on in my ears, and my laptop is starting to make noise. I don't want that. Anyways, I don't want this to disturb. Can I? Just a minute. Oh my god. This is such an interruption. Just a minute. I will try to do something. Okay, I disabled the turbo boost. Whatever. So where was I? I'm so sorry. I was talking about Vipassana. And we start to try to feel each and every part of our body from top of the head to the bottom of the toe. And that way, for example, let's say I have like some tickling going here, I feel some ticklish over here. I ignore it. Let that be. It's not permanent, it's not gonna harm me, nothing's gonna happen. Don't try to scratch my finger. Just don't try to move, just feel it. That way the ability to tolerate things that are not of our favor, we will be able to tolerate that, right? And I was talking about Achal Kaur. She talked about anicca and Anitya means nothing is permanent. So, like, don't have attachments to anything, because everything is gonna change. Everything is gonna do. So, it's like the story that all of us are told about money. People, they don't get born with money, and after they die, they don't take their stuffs away. So nothing is permanent. That's the philosophy. And Achal ma'am told about all of these, and she told about her studies, what's happening. See, when I'm doing these lives, I get so many interruptions. Okay, that was Achal ma'am, and I think I should do this a little bit quick, because I'm going with my flow. I'm not preparing anything. Let it be. Okay. After that, yeah, and she was just talking about her life stories. For example, she was just doing maths and physics. I'm not sure if she mentioned physics, but she was talking about that. And then when she started exploring the field of economics and finance, then she did her major. She was doing maths, and she also did a major in economics, and that way she started working in different companies. Maybe, I don't exactly remember what she said. And then she got opportunities. She was doing better in those fields, economics and finance and business and all of that. And then she was approached by Daraj and to appoint. I mean, Daraj wanted to appoint her to become the marketing director. She thought this is a great opportunity, that she will be able to step up her abilities. So she joined Daraz, and that's how she. The main takeaway I remember now is that we should start exploring something, because we should start exploring. We should not be in our comfort zone. We should start exploring other things, because who knows, you may be good in doing some other stuffs that you didn't realize before. You may be good at doing some other stuff. So yeah, she told about this. I think that's it for her. I hope I see that happens when I'm not prepared. I don't want to miss any of the points. So I want to move on to Dayahang Rai. Dayahang Rai was why did I say was Dayahang Rai? His speech was in this manner. So wait, let me remember, okay? Because of course I'm speaking. I need to prepare a bit. So he's an actor. He acted in a lot of cinemas. He was mainly known for his acting in Kabaddi. I'm not actually looking at anything. I'm not seeing any script. I'm just trying to speak. I hope I don't click any buttons by mistake, and I hope my battery is okay. So he was popular for his acting in the film Kabaddi Kabaddi and film Loot. I think the film Loot was where I saw him. I haven't watched Loot film, but I just googled before the event because I wanted to know who he is. Actually, matter of fact, I don't even know. I didn't know any of the speakers here. I didn't know who any of them were. Actually, in this pace, it's gonna be so long video because I haven't finished one. There are 10 speakers, so I need to explain about all 10 of them. I hope I don't run out of my battery. I really hope I don't run out of my battery. I do have a charger. I'm not sure if I want to charge my phone while recording. I don't know. Anyways, let's. If I get a low battery warning, I'll do something maybe. Anyways, for now, Dai Hang Rai. So he was known for his acting, and he was Okay. There are 10 speakers, so I don't want to mix max stories of one person with another. Um, so actually, what did he say was he told about um his life experience, how he started. So he was from Bhojpur, I guess, and he came to Kathmandu and he started exploring what he's interested in. He started exploring um, poetry, he started exploring um art, paintings, storytelling, and all of that. And then he dove into lots of different fields. But the one field that he found himself deep into, like, he tried all those other fields that I mentioned, he didn't find himself doing those. But in drama, in cinema, he found his joy. He was able to he found his joy, in those in drama. So he started doing drama. Okay, I actually don't remember the full story. It was a long story. He explained each and every part where he how he started doing cinema. He started doing that. It was his whole life journey. And wait a minute, did I mention that the main topic of today's TEDx was oh my god. See? It was a hard word. It was a word that I don't know the meaning of. Reframe. Radical reframe, yeah. So radical reframe, don't know what it is. I mean, I didn't know what it is. It's like transforming, I guess. Anyways, so why I said this, because Bahang Rai, he did speak, he told his life journey. He didn't exactly mention the topic radical reframing. Anyways, but he explained his story, how he was passionate about his life. Talking about passionate. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna come to that later. And he said how he was doing the cinema, the thing that he enjoyed, without thinking of money, right? Because making a cinema, even just booking a hall for one day, costed 60,000 rupees. One hall, one day, costed 60,000 rupees. And he needed to do rehearsal for the cinema. He used to do some rehearsal in some other place. Schools used to give him space to do some rehearsal for his team. And then all of the tools, all the costumes, all the management stuffs, he would spend well over 1.5 lakhs on doing one cinema. And the money he would make by tickets, by selling the tickets for the cinema, used to be maximum around 12,000. So he's spending 1.5 lakh and he's earning 12,000. 12,000 is like only the money that comes in. Money going out is 1.5 lakhs. Money coming in just 12,000. So he's at a loss of more than like 1,35,000. He's in a loss. He used to do that because he enjoyed it, and yeah, definitely, he needed to do something better. So, because we don't want to go in loss of 1.5 lakhs every single drama. So, he said he instead of doing this, he bought a place for because if he bought a place for around like 40,000-50,000 per month, he will be able to use that place however he wants. So he created a theater there called the Mandala Theater, and he explained all of his life story, like what happened next. It's just like doing the things we like, right? He started telling how he was not able to earn money much, and he shared his story. He also invented Gumao Kumti, something like theater on the bus. So like he can get set up a theater on the bus, or like a mobile theater, so he can show his cinema anywhere he wants. Things like that. He talked about things like that, and he said, you know, living life. Living life. Okay, I exactly don't remember what he said. अभिनय गर्दाखेरि अरूको जीवन जिउन. Okay. Oh my god, I actually don't remember. He said a really amazing line. जीवन अभिनय गर्नु भनेको लाइक अभिनय गर्न पाउँदा अभिनय गर्नु प्रोफेसन means you are getting to live the lives of so many different people. You get to know the perspective, right? You need when you are acting, you need to be a certain person. You need to be a different person that what we are. That experience, he said that is he loves doing that, and he learned so many new things because normally we don't know. We just live our lives in our own perspective. While doing drama, you need to live the life in somebody else's perspective. We talked about that. And yes, that was, I think, is all the summary of Dayahang Rai. This video is already 27 minutes long. I will upload this video. Whatever happens, I will upload this. So third, we have Dr. Arniko Pandey. This is one of the best speakers. He was one of the best speakers of today. And he said on the topic, do I remember? Wait, I need to prepare, but I need to remember what his thing was. So what I am seeing right now is this a bit of note that I noted down during the event today. And I actually haven't noted anything about him. I just realized. So what he was he was talking about plans. So he talked about the Nepali mindset of payalsa ni, right? Payalsa ni. So what he said is Nepali people, we like to not plan things beforehand. Like, he didn't say that. I mean to say, normally when we're doing stuff, we payalsa ni, and we just leave it for later kind of things. And he gives him examples about when a few years back there was a SARC commit or something, meeting of SARC. It happened in Nepal a few years ago. And then nothing was prepared, and the day before the SARC commit, overnight the roads got transformed, everything got transformed, and everything seemed so amazing. Like previously you used to have piles of trash on the road, and overnight everything got cleaned. And at that time, oh my god, I remember roads were so clean. And yeah, that was his saying that payalsa ni and Nepal people are actually pretty good doing things at the last moment, right? And then he said, gave another example about what was actually Chinese president, when Chinese president came to Nepal. Like, in one road there was a view of Bagmati River, which was very dirty. So what Nepal people did, they overnight hung up lots of posters to hide the scene of Bagmati River from the road, so that the president or whoever was going through the road, they would not see the dirty river. Instead, they would see some posters. So those are the things. Nepali people, they have a mindset of just changing things on the spot. If this doesn't work, then that, like that. His mother and father, he was a half Nepali, half Swedish. I mean to say, his father was from Nepal, his mother was from Switzerland. I hope I'm correct. Maybe it's swapped, or anyways, one of his parents was from Nepal, one of them from Switzerland, and those were the things that he experienced in Nepal, right? Whereas in Switzerland, people are so determined. People are so, they don't have the concept of biology. They are perfect. He gave some examples. For example, wait, I need to think of it. So yeah, first example he gave was when he was trying to get a local bus in Switzerland. He normally uses a local bus, like the perfection that there is in Switzerland. One time he was trying to get a local bus. He was 2 seconds late. He was 2 seconds late before getting the bus. The doors shut. The door slammed shut. And then he tries to stop the bus, and the driver was like, see the time. You're 2 seconds late. You're not getting the ride. They care about exact timing so much. The train there moves exactly when the second tick hits the 12. The timing is so perfect, so everything there is super predictable. In Nepal, nothing is predictable. In fact, a funny thing was that our program should have ended at 3 p.m., right? The schedule. Okay, I am really worried about my battery going down, so I'm gonna charge my phone. I hope nothing's gonna happen. And I also don't want my phone to run out of storage. My charger is not long enough. Are you kidding me? Just a minute. I have a jugaad. So what I was saying, I was giving an example that nothing in Nepal is predictable. Now, even if this is so dangerous. I want to first try if the charger is working. Yes, it is. And I am doing so jugaad. Oh my god, you guys can't. Okay, this is not good. So now if I charge my phone, okay, I hope the phone is charging. Anyways, back to our story about the story that was talking that Nepal, nothing is predictable in Nepal, right? The program should have ended in 3 p.m. And the crazy thing was, because there was a bit of technical difficulties and all the speakers were taking a bit longer time, I guess, and the timetable was completely see, I can't think of a word for this. Timetable was completely max, and the program should have actually ended at 3 p.m. and he was giving his speech at around 3:30 p.m. and there were a few other speakers who had their presentation left. So he gave an example like, see, you guys are staying the program even after 3 p.m. and you guys have that mentality. Whereas in Switzerland, no. They have perfect timing. Everything should be predictable. They don't have the mindset of no. And also, one of the things was that after lunch, before his speech, there was someone else's presentation. But in the timetable, it should have been his presentation after the lunchtime. So it didn't work out, and he was saying that, see, nothing is predictable in a while. And he didn't say no bad. He said in a humorous way, right? He gives an example of on the spot. And then where I was talking about Switzerland. How the things are predictable. So he gave an example of the bus. He gives an example of, for example, in Switzerland, you are banned from washing the dishes and bathing after it's 10 p.m. because the noise of the sound may disturb people who are sleeping. That means if you go to sleep at 10 p.m., you are guaranteed that nothing will disturb you the whole night. You'll have a good night's sleep. Even the dogs don't bark. So that's so cool, right? In Switzerland, like, there are few things that's placed, and then you are guaranteed that things will not happen, and people will obey that rule. Like, for example, the bus, the example I gave, and another example he gave was like when he used to go to cycling, there was like some slopey road and round, like not straight, but it's like Kumaro, but I shouldn't speak in Nepali because I want to improve my vocabulary in English. But I don't know how to say that in English. Anyways, those kinds of roads in Switzerland. And he used to go cycling with his friends, and he used to be scared of speeding, whereas his friends used to speed without hesitating. And the reason it is because in Switzerland, people don't drive in opposite lanes. Right? There's one lane for cycle. They can guarantee that none of the vehicles will come there. So they can speed there without without having a fear that a vehicle will come and they will crash. No, it happens. It may happen in Nepal. That does not happen over there. It's so planned that they can guarantee that none of that accident will occur. So they have a peace in mind that they can speed up, and that's so amazing, right? So he gave some examples that we should not, of course, in our own lives, we need to have certain plans. We need to be prepared. Like we Payalsani mentality is not good. Payalsani one saying, he said it in Nepali name. And he also said that being over planned is also not good. He gave an example. For example, one of the airlines of Sweden was what happened was there was a electrical fire one time in the airplane. The plane was flying and there was a fire. Now, what should have been done was like, if the plane would have did a emergency landing, then maybe passengers would be able to come down, and something could have been, they may have been able to be rescued. But what the pilot of Switzerland did is he just circled around. He was trying to figure out something. I guess he was circling, and unfortunately the fire spread and the plane crashed, and my laptop's fan just silenced. I really hope that the audio, video, everything I'm recording is fine, because I won't be recording this second time. Anyways, so about the plane crashed, and unfortunately they didn't survive. And after checking what went wrong, what happened, they found out that the checklist for emergency landing, the checklist for like when if sometime there's a fire and they need to do some emergency landing, there was such a long checklist that the pilot needed to check that it took half an hour for the pilot to go through the checklist. And because it was like so heavily planned and the things was too much planned, the pilot spent so much time on it, was not able to do the emergency landing and didn't survive. So that is an example of not being too much overly prepared, because when you're overly prepared, I was relating myself so much because I showed you like how many videos that I take just to make that video. And yeah, because I have been making videos like that, I am able to speak a bit. But normally, previously, when when you're preparing something, it would look so good. But then if you are told to do something else, then you won't be able to do anything unprepared. So that is a bad thing of overly prepared, right? Being overly planned, overly prepared. Because if something does not happen that you thought of, then what you would do? That you haven't planned that. Ideally, you'd plan every case, like if you're doing a full planned preparation, right? But in case something unexpected happens, then what? Then what you're supposed to do? See? So to prepare yourself to be able to face those unexpected problems, you need to be a little bit flexible. Not so flexible like Nepali people, no, not like that. But being planned, being determined, being predictable. But you get what I mean. Just best of both worlds, right? That was the speech of Dr. Arniko Pandey. And I didn't realize that the spelling of Arniko is like Arnico. I thought it was like Arniko, Arniko. Going on to Kiran Timsina. I actually didn't know him, but the crowd was a bit wow when he entered. He talked about AI. I hope he talked about, I believe he talked about, there were two speakers who talked about AI, and I think I'm getting it right. Yeah, so I hope yes. So he talked about AI. He gave examples of, okay, I really hope I'm talking about the right person, because I don't want to be wrong. I don't see, like, because there are 10 speakers, I don't want to be confused in them. So about him, there was a cake man. I think he's the cake man of today. So what he explained was about, I'm gonna tell that at the end. The moral, I'm gonna tell that at the end. He first started his presentation. I actually want to drink water. I've been talking for so long. I don't have water in this room because actually it's 11:27 p.m. and I actually prepared to sleep, but then I wanted to record this video because I'll be forgetting if I record this tomorrow, I won't be able to recall all of the events in this much detail, right? So Kiran Timsina, he first gave an example. Yeah, he's the cake man. He showed a poem of a cake and he asked us, how is this poem? Right? There was like a 3-phase poem, and then he asked us, how's this poem? And we said, yeah, it's nice. And he said, say thank you to ChatGPT. Because that poem he actually generated through ChatGPT, and I was like, what? And then in second slide, he showed an image of a dog hugging a cat, like carrying it, right? That was such a cute picture. And then it was like a pencil drawn picture, and he said, how is this pencil drawn picture? It's so nice, right? And we said, yes. And he was like, say thank you to DALL-E 2. DALL-E 2, if you don't know, is a image generation tool, AI image generation tool. It is also made by OpenAI. OpenAI is a company where Microsoft is invested in. OpenAI made ChatGPT. OpenAI made GPT-3. OpenAI made DALI 2. OpenAI made Google, not Google, GitHub Copilot, all of that. So OpenAI is an amazing AI company, right? We definitely know about ChatGPT. OpenAI made ChatGPT. The same company made DALI 2, which generates image based on the text. So if I say a pencil drawing of a dog and cat, a cute picture like that, it will actually generate a picture within like seconds, right? So then he said, see, AI. Today, our world, today the AI has grown so advanced, and he showed a few more examples how the things that we used to do are now being done through AI, through computers. There are so many different applications of AI, and the moral of his story was the solution. The solution, because if AI is able to write poems and AI is able to generate images, then what about our jobs? What we are gonna do, right? And then he said, the solution for this is stop being replicative. Or what did he say? I have a note. Stop. Stop replicating, because AI is just like pattern recognition. AI has read a lot of poems, and that's how it is able to generate a poem with a like specific pattern that it has learned from all of the previous knowledges. And same thing with DALI. It has seen a lot of image, so it's able to generate that. AI is pattern recognition. It is mostly suited for doing replicated stuff. If we do something that's replicative, that's easy to replicate, AI can do that. But instead, so he said, stop replicating, start innovating. Because we have the power to innovate, to think about new things. We need to start innovating the things that AI cannot do. Right? We need to think about those things, and we need to focus ourselves in innovating. Because replicating things, computers can do that. We have a special ability to innovate. Humans have developed so many things. We have the potential of doing that. So that was the moral of his speech. We need to start innovating. Coming on to next speaker, it's Engineer Maitighar. Oh my god, he was also one of the best speakers. I'm so thirsty right now. I don't have water. I don't want to go out and get water. Should I? Let's leave it. The video is 48 minutes long. So, Engineer Maitighar, the way he presented, oh my god, he motivated me to record this video, to be, oh my god, like the way he presented it was so smooth, and I was expecting there may be some flaw. He would maybe stutter somewhere, but the whole presentation, he talked for like 15-20 minutes maybe, and the whole time he spoke, he was so calm. He spoke each line so clearly. And then he even said in the beginning that he has stage fright. In fact, 3-4 of the speakers said that they have stage fright. By the way, one of the funny things that I think Achal Kaur ma'am said that when TEDx came to approach her like a few months ago or a few weeks ago, I'm not sure when, and then the TEDx team said to her that they are inviting her to give a speech, and this year TEDx has a topic. This year's TEDx topic, or what do you say? The main topic of this year is radical reframing, and she asked, "Do you know what I did as soon as I heard the topic? What do you think I did the first?" And she was like, I googled the word because she didn't know what is the meaning of radical reframing. I also didn't know. And honestly, I till now, even right now, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's like, yeah, transforming and being a better version of yourself. Anyways, yeah, that's the funny part I was talking about. I was talking about engineer Maish Mahato. The way he presented, oh my god, that was so amazing. So, he is the electrical man. Normally, Faraday is known as the electrical kid. But anyways, what he did was, so he studied in a public school, government school, in his till his class 10, and he let me prepare a bit. I want to just think what happened. And what happened was he was talking about a village called Bijuli Kot. Right? There's a village in Nepal called Bijuli Kot. And to his surprise, the place Bijuli Kot didn't have electricity. People there never ever saw a light bulb. There was no electricity. So he just compared the situation here and over in the remote areas of Nepal where people still don't have electricity. At that time, he was below the age, I mean, maybe he was below 19 or something. And then he was so surprised, right? The name of the village is Bijulikot and there is no electricity. And the fact that there still exists a village that does not have electricity made him want to serve, work there, so that people there could experience electricity. So with this thought in mind, he learned electrical engineering. He wanted to be in electrical engineering, and he became an electrical engineer. The way that he said this line was like so amazing. He said that I wanted to become an electrical engineer, so I went and studied and I became an electrical engineer. It was like such a casual line, right? And what he said was he was trying to build, okay, I exactly don't remember the order of his story, but he, after gaining all of the electrical knowledge and stuff, he went to Bijli Kot and help produce electricity there. He was able to supply electricity over there, and then people were able to experience electricity. That was an amazing story. I mean, the story hasn't ended, of course, it's just begun. And okay, nothing. I'm gonna come to that later, the thing I remembered. So he went to Bijulikot, he started working on that, and then what he did was like he was preparing everything to get the project done, right? Electricity. But what happened was he had everything planned. He needed funds, right? Because to execute the program, he needed funds. He had all the proposals ready, everything ready. He went to the bank to get some funds, and bank asked for 10 lakhs. 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 I forgot the word. It started from C. Quadrilateral. I don't remember the thing. It's like, what do you have as a asset that you can give to the bank so that bank would in return fund his project? But he didn't know any of that. He didn't know that those used to, and he was he and I think that way he was not able to get the funds. And I don't remember the story exactly, but after, why are the dogs barking so much? Will they stop barking? Oh my god. Do I continue? Okay. So, where was I? I was talking about his project, and I am not exactly sure where did the story move after this, but then he started sharing his experience of him starting a business after he completed his engineering. He started doing some kind of business, right? But he failed. Actually, wait. What happened was I am not exactly sure what happened to the fund, but he was able to get electricity in the Bijli Kot village, and he was becoming a bit popular. And then after he was popular, he was pretty confident, and he started investing in other stuffs, and he started investing in assets and real estates as well. And he didn't have much knowledge on the business side of things, finance side of things. So a lot of his investments failed, and at one time he was even about to become bankrupt. So he thought, oh my god, his business skills, he does not have a good business skill. He wanted to study business, and he joined the college. And he did his master's in, unfortunately I don't remember which degree he took, but he learned business. And then after learning all of the business strategies, he started doing his business after that. And the moral of his story was that he follows 4 things. He follows 4 qualities. He told CGPA. What is CGPA? It's not the CGPA, the score, the aggregate score of the result. No, not that CGPA. C stands for communication. If you are able to communicate, you can influence. And by influencing, you can change the whole world. So communication is one of the important skills you need to have. And the second skill is being grateful. G. C, G. G is for grateful. You need to be grateful. You need to learn how to be grateful towards others. If somebody does some things you like, that you need to appreciate others. The quality of appreciating others, it makes others feel good. It just affects our life in a positive manner. The habit of being grateful, right? Oh wait, G stands for gratitude. Gratitude is being grateful. It's the same thing, but G, and the way he said G stands for gratitude. If somebody does some help to you, somebody says you don't need to wait to say thank you. You say thank you on the spot, right? What's the disadvantage of saying thank you? It just gets the positive vibe between others. Saying thank you, being wholesome. That's the second quality. Third, P, CGP. P for positive, A for attitude. PA, CGPA. Communication, gratitude, positive attitude. So all of the events that occurred in his life from his uh the person he was when he was a child. He didn't know English. He said a joke that even in his school, even the English subject would be taught in Nepali language. That's how he was, and the way he was speaking today, oh my god, it was just flawless. He had an amazing accent. He was so smooth, so calm the whole time. I told you, I was so impressed by his presentation. And he said that he was not that kind of person when he was a child. Of course. When he was a child, he studied in a government school. He didn't even know much English. And actually, I'm gonna come to that later. He didn't even know much English. He would dream of presenting, and now, because of these four attitudes, especially the being positive, right? He was positive minded throughout his life. He was positive. He wanted to do this. He had a positive mindset. He was able to do that. So he that's the moral of the story, right? Being positive minded. These four qualities are the qualities that helps you to be a better version of yourself. You need to compare you with yourself. You need to make yourself a better version of you than yesterday, than the day before, than, right? You getting me? That was the moral of the story of Engineer Mahesh Mahato. Then comes Dr. Smriti Shrestha. Dr. Smriti Shrestha. She is a dermatologist. She is a doctor who is specialized in treating the skin. Actually, you know what? Oh my god, I actually wanted to talk with her because I have a different kind of skin issue and whatever that is. Never mind. So she had a story where she talked about her life struggles. So she I'm preparing a bit because I'm thinking what happened. Because I'm not exactly sure how she started her speech. But see, I don't want to forget any of the points because anyways, let's tell whatever I remember. So she said, "You always need to have hope." I guess that's what she said. So she, when she was describing her story, she described. I may be missing lots of minor details here and there, but she said that she actually had to. She used to do so much work. She used to be so passionate, and even after her, so she was pregnant. She was at the time when she was 6 weeks pregnant, second child. At that time, she was doing some work and she had to go to China or someplace for some work. She was already a doctor back then and she had to do some, I don't remember exactly what happened, but she has to do something. She went to China by herself, alone, 6 weeks pregnant. 6 weeks or 6 months? I don't know why I feel like it's 6 months. I'm not sure, but she was pregnant. She went to China by herself, and she had the worst 1 month of her life back then. She needed to struggle a lot. She was pregnant, but she didn't want. I'm not exactly sure how she said it, but she didn't take much help from others. Even when going through local bus, she would like cover, like pretend she is not pregnant, and I'm not sure what she did, but like so that people won't recognize her as pregnant, and people would not give her seats in local bus and all that. And she used to feel so helpless at that time. Lots of events occurred, and one time when she was in a supermarket, actually, you know what? I actually just remembered one story that Arniko Pandey said that I may be coming at the end. That's not that important. Anyways, coming back to Dr. Smriti Shrestha, she, one time in the grocery store, she was carrying a few items, and she had a trolley, and she was pregnant, and she was carrying some, I don't know what she was carrying, vegetables maybe, I'm not sure what she said, but it was being so hard for her to carry that. And then she was carrying something, I don't know, and then she fell down. Or no, she didn't fall, but something, like she was really helpless. Like no one was there for her. That was like the most, I told you, like it was the most difficult part of her life, and she was feeling so helpless, and then she was not able to carry on one. But I'm not sure if she said that she fell down, or but like she sat down and she cried there in the grocery store. She sat down and she cried because it was not, she was not enjoying, it was not going of her choice, and she was so devastated from inside. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but she sat down and cried there. It was such a tough time for her. And after the 1 month, she didn't give up, definitely. She was working, and after that, maybe the God thought for her. The God saw her, saw her struggle, and then the God made the good deeds reign over her, because after that event, then her good days started after that. After struggling so much, like she said, a few more events before these events, like she did a lot of struggles on her life, right? And after all of that, she didn't lose hope, and then after that, the good days started. She was able to become a good, like, I'm not okay, she talked about fat grafting something, face fat grafting, or she was studying some new term in biology. I mean, she was doing some new research in biology, some dermatology, and she was doing some skin things, and she was being called in TV shows, she was being called in so many places. She was, now her good days in life started, and she was so grateful that and she worked hard and they lived happily ever after. I mean, she didn't say that. I was trying to say that after all the struggle, she was able to achieve her goals, and that was the point of her story. She explained her story and explained how she was able to, uh, you know, get. She didn't lose hope. She got her achievement. Okay, so what is this? I really hope I don't mess up the recording. So we have these I'm gonna say that much about Dr. Smriti's stuff. I'm actually a bit tired today, so doing this late night, I may forget few points, but again, if I do this tomorrow, I may forget even more points. So actually, I'm gonna tell you one of the story because I don't want to miss any of the things that I remember about the story that Arniko said, being Pan, right? You remember Arniko Pandey was the guy I was talking about. Paya sini sochwako. Don't be like that, but also don't be over planned. Like one of his stories that he said, I told you a story about the plane crash. Another example he gave was he had, okay, I'm not sure who was the relation, but like there was a mother who was so prepared to go to a hiking. Maybe it was a few day hiking, and she took all of the food, she took all the medicine, she took sleeping bags, she took tents, she took clothes, and all those things. She prepared for each and everything that she could think of, and she carried all of them in a big bag. She had few kids, and because her hands were busy, I mean, she didn't have free hands, she tied their kids. I think that's what he said. She tied her kids, it's like bag, she tied like that, and she was so prepared. And then when she went for hiking, then she stepped on a cow dung, and she fell down. And because all like her kids were tied in, everyone fell down, right? So she planned for so many different cases, right? Weather, sleeping, medicines, foods, and all that. But she didn't prepare for the cow dung. So unexpected things can happen. You need to be prepared in such a way that not just you are ready for the things you're prepared, but you should be ready for the things you're not prepared. Like life can have lots of surprises. This was about Arnika. I just finished Dr. Smriti as well, and guess what? I finished 6. I have 4 more left. Nilima Basnet. Nilima Basnet, ma'am. It's her time. So she was the first speaker of today, and she. Oh my god, I was just touching the charger. By the way, you know what? How I am doing the charger? Like, look at this. I don't know if you can. Oh, I shouldn't touch this. I don't want to get an electrical shock. But like, it's extended from there, all the way to here, and I am now being able to extend this all the way over to my desk. So, I'm gonna go with my flow. I don't care about anything else. Anyways, what I was talking about Nilima Basnet. So her speech, her presentation was on number 1. It was not supposed to be number 1, but one of the presenters was late, so she was the second. And because the one before her was late, she gave the first presentation. So what was the presentation? Actually, I need to rewatch this video, but the video is like already 1 hour 14 minutes long. I don't care. I need to make this. Okay, I don't want to talk about this because this will make the video even longer. Nilima Basnet, ma'am, actually in this TEDx program, there was a bit technical issue. The mic wasn't working properly, so her speech was kind of interrupted here and there. But it doesn't matter because the amount of stuffs that I got to learn today compared to that, the technical issues are, come on, it's fine. It's not a problem because it was so worth it that those ऐसी बड़ी बड़ी शहरों में छोटी छोटी बातें तो होती रहती है, right? I hope I said the dialogue right. I don't know. I'm not quite sure about that dialogue. Anyways, so of her speech, she was saying, she shared her experience. I think her parents was from Jumla to Ilam or someplace. I'm not quite sure, but it was like she was a person from all the way from east to west of Nepal, and those places, and like she went to Kathmandu, which is the center. She said something like that, but she said that in places like Humla, there were no school system. There were no proper education system. I'm not quite sure what time she was talking about. It was definitely, most of the stories I'm talking about today happened before even I was born. They were talking about the 90s, they were talking about the 2000s. So at that time, there were no school, and I hope I'm getting this. No. Sustainable. She talked about sustainable development, and she. Okay, I need to think for a while. Her mother used to do this, I guess, sustainable works, and she continued on it. She went to Humla, Jumla, and Humla didn't even have roads. I'm really sorry if I am mixing two stories together, because I told you there were 10 speakers. It's really easy to swap the stories. But as far as I'm doing, I think I'm telling the correct stories. She was, she couldn't see the condition of the villages for the remote areas of the places, and she was starting to develop sustainable implement sustainable development goals. She had a slide of the how many sustainable goals, like 14, I'm not quite sure, sustainable development goals, and she explained about her journey, how she was so passionate about sustainable development goals, about helping those villages have the facilities that she devoted all of her life onto this. She shared lots of events, how she was able to do this, how she was able to become a part of some United Nations, and she was speaking in behalf, and she was organizing programs. She was involved in development of the remote areas. She was so passionate, and because of her passion, she was able to make so much changes. She said something about her mother, but she was so passionate, and she was able to make so much change, development, and change lives of so many people. Unfortunately, I don't remember much of her story, but this was the moral of the story. Being passionate is amazing. What? Wait a minute. How did my laptop die? Is it because it ran out of battery? It has not even been 1 hour and my laptop ran out of battery. That's not good. I had few notes over there. Anyways, Surit Singh Thakuri, I guess. What is happening? See, these things happen when I'm doing unprepared tasks. I am charging my laptop. It's suddenly shut down or something. It's not even shut down, and it's not working. Oh, I remember I was running BlueStacks. Because actually I was doing some app development this week, and I didn't close any of the editor. I just started. Oh my god. My phone was about to fall down, and okay, my laptop is starting. So, what? It's the next day. It's January 22nd. Okay. I actually need to close a lot of stuff because I have lots of things open in the background. Maybe that's why the battery died. The battery died. So, the battery is like so bad. Oh my god, I did not expect the battery would be so bad. That's so not good. Anyways, coming back to Suraj Singh Thakuri. He is, I mean his speech was, okay? Please don't get me wrong. I don't want my fans of the laptop to... Okay. I reduced the clock speed. Anyways, coming back to Suraj Singh Thakuri. What is happening? Coming back to him, he shared his story. His parents, his family was from army. His childhood oh my god, you can't believe what happened. I had okay, I am not a photo taking person. I don't take much photos, videos. So when buying the phone, of course, it's very expensive. So I got a phone with 128 gigabytes of storage, right? I had around 110 gigabytes used. So I had around 15 gigabytes maybe free. And just now I received a notification that the storage is full, and I just checked the video. I was recording the video that I was recording previously. It was 15 gigabytes. And I was like, what? 15 gigabytes? 1 hour video? Oh my god. Okay. Where was I? It totally changed. Just now I tried to delete few videos and I freed up some storage, right? What time is it? Can I see the time? The time is 12:12. I was talking about Suraj Singh Thakuri. I'm so glad that the video was interrupted in the beginning. I'm so glad it didn't interrupt while I was talking in the middle. of the story. So, sharing about Suraj Singh Thakuri, his family background, his parents, I'm not sure his parents or what, but he was from the army family. And being from an army family, I'm still surprised that the video I just take was 15 gigabytes. Like, how can a video be 15 gigabytes? Oh my god. That's gonna be crazy to edit and upload. Maybe I'm not gonna edit, but like I need to transfer it to my computer and then upload it. And maybe I'm gonna merge this video along with that video. So I need to do a few things here and there. And working with a 15 gigabyte file, it's pretty hard. So I was talking about Suraj Singh Thakuri. He had a family background from army, and being from army, his whole childhood he spent time in army, in barracks. In barracks, he used to eat with army. He used to sleep with army. He used to, I don't know, do everything with armies. Right? It was his normal life. And then the aim in his life was to become an army, because that was the only thing that he was exposed to, and the only aim he could think of was being an army. He didn't have anything other than that he could think of. He just couldn't think of any other aim. He didn't even know other aims existed. But but what happened was when I think he said that he studied +2 or ISC back then in science. So he did his 12th in science, and the only reason he did that is just he would be able to say that he studied science, and then that was just a joke. Anyways, he studied science, and then there was some test or training or whatever to become an army. He failed that training or test, and he was not able to become an army. That was very sad to him, because whole childhood he wanted to become an army, and he tried, but he failed the exam or whatever to become an army, and he couldn't become an army. And when he was coming to Kathmandu, or I'm not sure the place, and then what had happened was something in his TV was broken, and he went to a TV station, or I'm not sure where, to fix the TV, right? And then the people there asked him, "Hey, do you want to speak in the TV for a while?" And he was like, "What? Speaking in TV? What? How does that even work?" And he actually said his story in Nepali, and he's like, "Ma त्यहाँ TV बनाउन गएको मान्छे टिभीमा के अरे हाल्यो." He before all of that, when he used to watch TV, back in that time, right? When I was a child, maybe year 2000s or something like that, when TVs were so new, ZTV was just starting to being broadcast in Nepal, and all of the channels in TV used to be so formal, so humble. People used to be so humble. He always used to think, how do people speak like that? Because in normal life, he didn't use. I mean, obviously, all of us, how we speak in real life, how casually we speak in real life. The TV programs back then, they were not like this. They used to be very formal. I'm not exactly sure what example he gave. ekdam binamra. Okay, I'm not exactly sure. I'm so sorry, but he gave an example of a reporter being so humble, and he said that हरेक टिभी च्यानलमा हरेक च्यानलमा जो जो बोलिरहेको हुन्छ मान्छे त्यो उनीहरू इट फेल्ट लाइक दे ह्याड 32 गुण के जता हेरे पनि ओहो राम जस्तो बलराम जस्तो लाइक सो मेनी अमेजिङ पिपल ब्याटम्यान जस्तो सुपरम्यान जस्तो भएको सबै गुणहरू भएको मान्छेहरू मात्र टिभीमा आउन मिल्थ्यो द्याट वाज वाट ही थट बिकज त्यति बेला एकदम फर्मल हुन्थ्यो नि त टिभी एन्ड देन वेन हि वाज इन्भाइटेड आई मिन त्यो टिभी बनाउँदा जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ अब उहाँलाई इन्भाइट लाइक टिभीमा बस्ने भनेर भन्दा म जस्तो मान्छे नि बन्न सक्छ भनेर एन्ड देन हि ट्राइड द्याट एन्ड देन हि got to expose in that field. He started enjoying it. Okay, from here on, I am not exactly sure what happened in his story. Do I have some notes about his story? I don't think I have. I guess he was the one. Yeah, like the moral of his story was like, try to do. It's kind of similar with the other story I said. Just explore, reinvent yourself, quote unquote, reinvent yourself. He said that because the thing that you are doing, you may be good at doing some other things. You may be good at doing some. You may enjoy doing some other things that you previously haven't even thought of. You didn't even know that existed. Try to explore, reinvent yourself. And now he, Suraj Singh Thakuri, has been giving a report, or he was running a program in Kantipur television for how many years? Did he say like 12, 13? Like a long time. 22 years, I think he said. Like, when he came to give the speech, the first thing he said was that from the last 22 years that he's giving these reporters or speech, he's conducting these programs, he never ever tried to memorize or read from the script. He just tells it because that's what he wants. That's what he wants to develop. He wants to be able to speak flawlessly. He actually spoke so flawlessly. He spoke in Nepali. It's just awesome, like the way they speak. All of the presenters today in TEDx Maitighar, they spoke so well. And I guess that is the moral takeaway from his story, right? Suraj Singh Thakuri, great reporter. He gave a great speech. Moral of the story: reinvent yourself. Okay, then coming on to Umesh Lal Shrestha. So his presentation. So something happened. Like his presentation was not that clear. Like I was not able to understand each and every word he said. He was discussing lots of events that occurred in his life. He used to be a different person back then, and he was talking about having change. Bringing change in life. So change when you have change. I'm just there's nothing down. I'm just thinking and looking down. So change you need to have in life. He was a different person back then, and he explained the difference between change and growth. He first said how change, like you change something, that's growth, and he said some similarities between change and growth. And then after that he said, but not all changes are growth. Oh my god. My Azur. Madanane. My auntie woke up. She does not know that I'm recording this. I said that I'm gonna sleep. It's almost 1 a.m. Oh my god. It's worth it. Yes, it's worth it. I hope she does not come over here. Anyways, where was I? Okay, I'm kind of nervous right now because, see, I need to be able to speak even in front of others the way I'm speaking right now. Because right now, I'm thinking that there's no one here, so I'm able to speak like this. If there's someone here, I won't be able to speak like this. So, where was I? Umesh last just I was talking about change growth. So, change. Not all change results to growth. For example, if you're changing like from a cycle to motorcycle, that's a growth. But he said that, okay? यदि म चुरोट खाएर छु अब चुरोट खाएर चेन्ज गरेर अब जाँडहरू चुरोट अनि के भनेको थियो के भन्नुभएको थियो चुरोट रक्सी गाँजाहरू पनि खाने is that like that is change, but that is not growth, right? So he explained about all these stuff. He was a very cool guy, and he explained the changes that he made in his life. I am so sorry, but I am not exactly sure what events and stories he shared, but like he was just on this topic. He was coming around this topic, just explaining about having change. Change will come in your life, but you need to accept the good changes, not the bad changes, and you need to transform yourself. Okay, I'm a bit confused who said reinvent yourself, because in note I have noted down reinvent yourself. I'm not exactly sure if Umesh sir said that or the previous speaker said that. But anyways, it was the moral of the story. Change comes, and we need to accept the good changes, good qualities in everything. It was just wholesome, right? You get my point. It was something around the topic. I'm so sorry, but I was like, few things were not clear. I mean, the mic was something, I'm not sure, but he was a pretty cool guy, and my charger is, wait a minute, I am just gonna remove this. So, yeah, I guess that's it for Umesh sir's speech. Hey! Oh wait, I completed 9 of them? Are you serious? So only one of them is left. That is Dr. Samir Maske. I'm so surprised that I summarized whole TEDx program in this video, and now one speaker is left. Dr. Samir Maske. Wait a minute, I'm just gonna check my notes to see if I missed anything. The notes that I think I have not. So pretty cool. This video is gonna be a good reference for me as well. So Dr. Samir Maske, he was, okay, the story, he's an AI engineer, I guess. Engineer as in, I mean, he has done research in AI and stuff in the field of AI. He also gave some examples, but before that he shared his story. So he when he was in Nepal, he I guess till 12 he studied in 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 Nepal, and then after 12 he applied for a US country. I mean US education. And what happened was um the college from US, they said to Dr. Samir before he was a doctor. Actually, this incident was before even I was born. It was like 90s or 2000s. I think the year 2000. He was talking about that. So at that time, the college, when applying to that, I'm not quite sure how they communicated that, but they said to Dr. Samir Maske that before coming to the US, research about the college in the college website. I forgot the link. And then he was like, wait a minute, he does not have internet. He does not have a computer. Back in the time, how would he even research about that? In Nepal, like there is no such facility. But he needs to do that. He needs to research them because they have said it. So he went to, where did he say? Nepal Telecom? No, I'm quite not sure. He went to an office, and because he needed help researching about the college and the website. So at one place, the the sir the okay, it's kind of late night and I'm kind of, whatever. The sir came in Nepal. Okay, he went to an office to be able to research. So he asked few people, how do you research about that? And then he was made to sit in front of a computer, and then the guy said to open Internet Explorer and go to the website and research. And he does not know how to do that. He didn't even he said it, okay. He said that he did not even know how to put a link in the browser and open the website. Like, he was like that before going to the US. I'm not sure how his English was, but he said that. And the technology, the facilities, those technologies were just not available in Nepal. And then after that, he went to US, right? He applied to US. He went to US, and then he started researching about all of the fields of AI. Back at that time, can you believe that in the year 2000, he went and did research on artificial intelligence before even I was born. And then he said that he used to finish like all the books there is about AI, and he used to study about AI and all that stuff. And he wanted to do something for Nepal, right? And because he went to US, there was all the facilities were there. There were books, there was technology. He got an opportunity to do that, to perform that. And he said that if given the proper facilities, people are able to do so much with their creativity, right? Well, being in Nepal, there was no facility. He didn't even know how to put a link on the website. Whereas, wait a minute, I am showing like this, but the video will be flipped, so maybe you guys will be seeing this. Anyways, yeah, he said that in Nepal we didn't even have those facilities. In the US there were, so he got an opportunity. He got lots of opportunities over there. And he also said that he was trying to make a Nepali speech-to-speech translation and text-to-speech translation, and he needed fund. He wanted to learn. He didn't really needed fund. He said he wanted to learn how to do those work because he didn't have a computer over there, I guess. I mean, I don't know, like you needed some labs maybe, and he started approaching so many of the professors in US, asking them to provide mentorship, and a lot of the professors, they denied because obviously he was a person from a country that they didn't know, and he was trying to make a text-to-speech and a speech-to-speech translation using AI for the language that they didn't know. So Nepali language, like most of them maybe they didn't know, and to give the time and lab and research materials for him, most of the professors, they didn't agree. And there was one professor who agreed, and the professor called him. Yes, come on to my lab. I'll teach you how to do that. And he started getting mentorship from that professor, and he started researching in the field of AI, and he told lots of advantages of AI, how AI can help us, right? There may be some automatic systems. Back in the day, he shared one incident. I'm not quite sure if it was a real incident or he was given just an example. Like for example, there was an old person who needed some medicine, but if we just transport the medicine, there's like lots of hills to cross over, and to get the medicine, it would take around 7 hours, and 7 hours is a long time if there's an emergency issue. So he said there could have been with the help of AI, we could make, let's say, an automatic drone which has cameras and all the AI stuff's built in, which can transport the medicine all the way over there. It would be super fast, and in these emergency situations, it's going to be so useful. Other examples he gave was about the robots. AIs can do lots of things, There are like robots. He gave an example of a robot from Boston Dynamics, a dog kind of robot. That is kind of a robot that I have seen. I have seen some videos about it, and I felt so nice knowing about that because he was talking about the things that I knew, and I was like, wow, this is the thing I know. Like, that's like kind of a dog which acts like a dog. It can balance itself, so it's like this is a robot. It has 4 feet, and if you push it, it's gonna balance itself. So it's not gonna fall down. It has that balance sensitivity. It can jump over, it can walk, it can even do a back flip or front flip. It can do some stunts, those kinds of AI. And he discussed about lots of AI stuffs, and he said how he, in the villages where there are no qualified teachers, he can maybe we can make an AI that teaches the students. If there are no qualified teachers for that, students won't be able to get to learn about that topic. So to bridge that gap between, okay, let's see if I can remember this. He had a quote. To bridge the gap between, wait a minute. Okay, I'm not quite sure who said this quote. To bridge the gap between talent and opportunity. I think he said this in terms of the opportunities you got in the US. I'm not quite sure. But also the talent and opportunity in the remote areas where people, they have talent, but there's no teacher. How do they learn? They can have an AI which is trained to teach that particular topic, and then people can interact with the AI as like a teacher, and that AI is, I think this is his project. He said about a name. It was AI Siksha, sorry. So he talked about AI Siksha, and he said that with the help of AI Siksha, we will be able to make the students learn, teach them all the things that, just like a teacher, without needing to have a teacher. And he said, I'm not quite sure if he said to research, I mean research as in if he said to check about AI Siksha and contribute to it. But yeah, he talked about AI Siksha as one of his projects maybe, and with the help of AI Siksha we can bridge the gap between talent and opportunity, and again, help the remote places of Nepal. And I guess that was the more like reframing ourselves to think different, to have a new thought, and executing all of these to help all the people, right? And with this said, I guess I'm gonna finish the description for him. And now I feel so good that I was able to summarize all of the speakers of TEDx program. There's the Anchal Kaur, MD of Daraz. Yeah, she then, after she I said that she failed in few subjects in boards of ISC. She went to US, she explored different topics. She then went to business management, economics, finance, and things. She was able to become the MD of Daraz, and she got so many opportunities. Now she manages whole Daraz. Anyways, and yeah, pretty successful. I really loved her accent. She was one of the best. I've said this so many times. The speakers were so amazing. You get it by the way I explained it, right? Taeyang Rai, great actor, great presenter. He told a lot of things about his my magnifiers. Okay. About his story. Then you have Dr. Arniko Pandey. Actually, I think I forgot to mention he was a astronaut. No, okay, no, sorry, I didn't mean astronaut. Astro something engineer. I forgot the exact title, but he did some research on that topic, and he's actually a politician right now because he became a politician. So because politics is the best way to make changes, to influence others. So he talked something about his committees, parliament. I'm not quite good in that field, so I didn't really understand that. But that's not the point. The main point is that he told about planning, how good planned and unplanned, and you need to have the best of both worlds. And you have Kiran Timsina. He also talked about AI. He talked about the solution. Don't stop replicating, start innovating. Then you have Engineer Mahesh Mahatto. What did he say? CGPA, communication, gratitude, positive attitude. Those 4 things are the qualities you need to have. And of course you need to those kind of qualities you need to have. And Dr. Smriti Shrestha, was she the one who was pregnant? I mean, the pregnant incident. Yes, you need to have faith, you need to have hope. Good things will happen. You need to have struggle and Just don't lose hope. It's gonna be good. Nilima Basnet. Nilima Basnet, you need to have passion on doing something, changing the world. She did the Sustainable Development Goals project. She was successful. She's now a big post, actually. All of them are quite pretty successful people. Successful people. And yes, you need to have passion for that. Suraj Singh Thakuri. Reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself, explore other things. You know, you can maybe you are good at doing something else. I mean, something else that you didn't even know existed. Then you have Umesh Lal Shrestha. Change for good. And finally, Samir Maske. What did he say? He say, wait, what? Wait, he was talking about AI, and what was the exact moral of his story? To bridge the gap between, what did he say? Talent and opportunity. Okay, I'm not quite sure about the exact takeaway from this is, but he just like think in a different way, think in that manner, you know. Just helping the remote areas, just innovating stuff, you know, all these. And yes, that is it, I guess, for today. Thank you so much for watching the first episode. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing this series again, but it was quite fun, and I don't want to make this video long, actually, because I may have lots of things to say, but it's pretty late. It is 12:44 a.m. 22nd January. I started this video on 21st January. I recorded for a whole... Nah, okay, I was actually about to say I recorded for a whole day because it was 21st January and it's now 22nd January, but that's an old joke anyways. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was pretty informational, right? Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful time ahead. Bye-bye. Yes. I'm still surprised that the video that I recorded previously was... how much was that? 15 gigabytes? And maybe if I edit, I get to do something, I will put like the total size of the video at the end. Okay, so after you see this, the last text in this video would be the total size of the video. So yeah, bye bye, and this is the size of the video.